for them who feel that way. I think there's room for everybody to believe it or not. And I think that you have a lot of people that they don't believe that y'all are going to be completely authentic and honest with one another, A. They don't believe that you're really, really going to invest yourself in this industry, number two. They think you're doing it just to kick out the fourth estate, which is the media, and to talk amongst ourselves. And my attitude is, that's your problem. Y'all got something to be worried about because there's people that's coming and they don't really want you to succeed. But in the same breath, you sort of don't have something to worry about because you got a brother like me watching y'all back.
Ooh, Liv, listen.
Very interesting.
I am so happy that Stephen A said this. Now, it was focused primarily on athletes in the new media, so he wasn't referring to journalists in new media, but I'm sure the sentiments are the same. Now, you and I are a few years apart, so I actually went through a lot of traditional linear before getting into new media. New media just kind of popped off during the pandemic. You came up in the new media space. And I know that you particularly got a lot of backlash for operating and utilizing TikTok to your benefit. And you know that I get a lot of backlash for everything from how I dress to how I dress to how I wear my hair to the fact that I am just not what sports media has been. So hearing Stephen A say that and coming out of his mouth that there are people that do not want you to succeed, I gotta say I'm not surprised, but it's nice to hear. I mean, what are your takeaways from that?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I'll tell you, I jumped into new media, but studied traditional media. TCU is not teaching you in the communication school how to be a content creator and how to make creative reels and TikTok form videos. And that's not what I learned. So I studied, I got my major in a traditional style media where we were hosting newscasts every day of the week, writing rundowns, producing our own shows, getting our own B-roll, getting our own sound. I mean, that was what I studied. And then here comes the pandemic, right? And what I've told people many times, because I have been ripped apart for how I do my content. You know, when I first jumped into the space, specifically with sports betting, I was doing TikTok dances and putting my player props on the screen. And people in the old, sports betting space were so pressed by what I was doing. But guess what? It was working. And so I always told people, I'm like, listen, you are so angry that I'm growing a following and that I'm getting hired and I'm doing it this way. Jump on the train or it's leaving you at the station, because this is the new wave, whether we like it or not, because any person that is interested in getting in this space has to basically have a cell phone, which most of us have, confidence, which it does require, and the creativity to create content on your own. For a long time, what I was doing was making content, basically not getting paid for it, and just consistently posting it on my social media. Eventually, it led to the jobs that I have now. But I really do appreciate that Stephen A did draw attention to the journalists and the people that have studied this traditional media. Because I will say, sometimes it's even hard for me. And I know I jumped into the new media, but the amount of classes that you had to pass and the hours you put in college to get a major, thinking that you needed that to be successful in media, just for the pandemic to hit and all of that traditional stuff you learned to basically be thrown out the window. It can be hard. I mean, my student loans are creeping up on my tail, and I'm like, what do I even need school for half the time? Because it's so different. So I appreciate Stephen A drawing attention to the people that may be frustrated by this. But again, we also, as consumers of media, love to see the athlete perspective. And the best way to get that is for them to be doing what they're doing right now.
And frustrated is a nice way of saying that. They're haters. And I just want to say, before we get into commercial break, for everybody who told me that I wouldn't be successful if I wasn't wearing blazers and straightening my hair every day, joke's on y'all. So,
joke is on you.
Screw your blazer, screw your pencil skirt. We not doing that. You see my hoop earrings? They're big. That's okay. We doing that. It's a new day.
That's right.
New day.
Absolutely.
New media, new day. Absolutely love it. Love your blonde hair, by the way. So cute. Blonde's your color.
Thank you, girl.
Welcome. We'll be back, guys.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.